Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Apple's Mac Mini has always been the underdog of the Mac lineup, tiny in size but packing serious performance. And now all eyes are on what's next, the M5 Mac Mini. But here's the big question: will Apple actually release it in late 2025, or could they skip it entirely and jump straight to the M6 generation? In today's video, we're breaking down everything we know so far about the M5 Mac Mini, from the latest leaks and rumors about its specs, RAM storage upgrades, GPU performance, and pricing to realistic release date predictions. If you've been asking yourself, should I buy the M4 Mac Mini now, or wait for the M5? This video will give you the answers you need. So grab your favorite drink, Apple fans, because we're diving deep into all the M5 Mac Mini leaks, rumors, and predictions you don't want to miss. Apple's current timeline: the M4 Mac Mini launched in late 2024, and it brought the first big design refresh in over a decade, shrinking the size by nearly 50% and making the base model more affordable at $599. Apple usually updates the Mac Mini every 1-2 years. That means all eyes are now on the M5 Mac Mini. But reports suggest Apple may change its strategy this time. According to supply chain leaks and insiders like Mark Gurman, the M5 Mac Mini could slip into late 2025 or even 2026. Some rumors even claim Apple might skip the M5 entirely and jump straight to the M6 lineup. So what exactly can we expect if the M5 Mac Mini does launch? Top 10 rumored features of the M5 Mac Mini: M5 chip on 3nm or smaller process. The biggest upgrade will be the M5 chip, expected to use TSMC's advanced 3nm or even 2nm process. This means better efficiency, higher performance per watt, and less heat compared to the M4. Expect 20-25% gains in multi-core performance, perfect for heavy multitasking, compiling code, or 3D rendering. Improved GPU performance: the base M5 may feature 12 GPU cores, up from 10 in the M4. The M5 Pro version could push this even further with up to 22 GPU cores. This makes the Mac Mini much more capable for video editing, gaming, and AI workloads. AI and neural engine boosts. Apple is rumored to be doubling down on AI acceleration. The neural engine in the M5 is expected to get a major upgrade, powering on-device AI tasks in macOS like real-time transcription, image processing, and Apple Intelligence features. Higher baseline storage: the current base model ships with 256GB SSD, which feels outdated in 2025. Leaks suggest the M5 Mac Mini will finally start at 512GB, making it much more future-proof. More RAM: by default, Apple already raised the baseline to 16GB RAM with the M4 Mac Mini. That's expected to stay, but higher options like 24GB, 32GB, and 64GB for the Pro model will remain. This means smoother performance for Pro apps like Final Cut Pro, Xcode, and Logic Pro. macOS optimizations for M5: the M5 Mac Mini will likely ship with macOS 16 or macOS 17 fully optimized for Apple Silicon. Expect new features like tighter AI integration, better multi-display support, and enhanced virtualization. Compact but efficient cooling: the new Mac Mini design introduced in 2024 will remain. However, Apple is rumored to improve thermal management for the Pro model to handle higher sustained performance without throttling. Possible HDMI 2.1 and Wi-Fi 7 support: with newer Macs moving toward Wi-Fi 7, it's expected in the M5 Mac Mini 2. HDMI 2.1 could enable 8K video output and higher refresh rates, making it ideal for creative professionals. Competitive pricing: Apple is expected to keep the base model at $599 to maintain the Mac Mini as the entry-level Mac. The M5 Pro Mac Mini could start around $1,399, offering desktop-class power for pros. Potential release window: late 2025, early 2026. Apple typically refreshes the Mac Mini every 1-2 years, but the timeline is shifting. Most analysts expect the M5 Mac Mini in late 2025. But if Apple skips the M5, the next model could launch in 2026 with M6 chips instead. Expected specs and upgrades: M5 chip performance: the standard M5 chip will likely be built on 3nm or smaller architecture, bringing improved efficiency and faster multi-core performance. Expect around a 20-25% performance gain over the M4, especially in GPU rendering, AI tasks, and video editing workflows. CPU 6 efficiency cores, 4 performance cores. GPU rumors point to a possible bump to 12 GPU cores, up from 10 in the M4. AI acceleration: enhanced neural engine for AI-driven workflows and macOS features. M5 Pro Mac Mini just Like the M4 lineup, Apple is expected to launch a Pro model. Up to 12 performance cores, 4 efficiency cores, up to 22 GPU cores for creators and pros. Higher cooling efficiency to support sustained workloads. This version would be perfect for developers, 3D artists, and video editors. RAM and storage. Apple raised the baseline RAM to 16 gigabytes with the M4, and that's expected to stay. But what could change is storage. With growing demand, Apple might finally start the M5 Mac Mini with 512 gigabytes SSD instead of 256 GB. Standard M5 Mac Mini 16 gigabytes RAM, 512 gigabytes storage. Pro version 24 gigabytes RAM, baseline configurable up to 64 gigabytes. Pricing predictions. The Mac Mini has always been Apple's entry-level Mac, and that's unlikely to change. At M5 Mac Mini base $599 starting price, though $649 isn't impossible with inflation. M5 Pro Mac Mini around $1,399, scaling up depending on RAM and storage upgrades. This would still make the M5 Mac Mini one of the most affordable and powerful Macs in Apple's lineup. Release date predictions. Here's where things get tricky. Most reports suggest the M5 Mac Mini won't arrive before late 2025. If Apple shifts to the M6 cycle, we might not see a new Mac Mini until 2026. Possible timeline: M5 iPad Pro and Vision Pro refresh late 2025, M5 MacBooks and Mac Mini early to mid-2026, or Apple could skip the M5 entirely for desktops and go straight to M6. Should you wait or buy the M4? If you need a Mac Mini today, the M4 Mac Mini is already an excellent choice with powerful chips, compact design, and great value. But if you can hold out, the M5 Mac Mini could bring higher baseline storage, 512 gigabytes, more GPU cores for gaming and creative work, better long-term performance, and future-proofing. The risk? If Apple decides to skip the M5 entirely, you could be waiting until 2026 for M6 chips. So that's everything we know right now about the M5 Mac Mini, from its rumored specs and possible upgrades to its pricing and the big question around its release date. But now I want to hear from you. Would you upgrade to the M5 Mac Mini the moment it launches, or would you wait it out for the M6 generation instead? Let me know in the comments below. I love seeing what this community thinks. If you enjoyed this deep dive and found it helpful, don't forget to hit that like button. It really helps the channel out. And if you want to stay updated on all the latest Apple leaks, rumors, and tech predictions, make sure you subscribe and ring the notification bell so you never miss a future update. Thanks so much for watching, and until next time, stay tuned, stay curious, and I'll see you in the next one.